They did it again! What's going on, everybody? My name is Blitzwinger. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome on back to a brand new Marvel Rivals update video. And what if I told you they did it again? We've got a huge patch coming up with the game. In addition to that, we've got two brand new cosmetics that will be dropping with the Thursday item shop refresh. Then beyond that, Hot Topic may have inadvertently confirmed the next character that we're going to be getting in season number 2 and much more. But of course, before we get to all the news, just a quick mention. Don't forget, guys, if you do enjoy today's video, scroll on down, smash that thumbs up button. Let's try to reach 1,000 likes on today's video. Thank you so very much for your kindness and your continued support, and let's dive on in. So let's kick things off with the cosmetic side of things because, ladies and gentlemen, especially if you're a Black Panther fan, good news. That skin that has been leaked for a little while now, the thrice cursed king, will indeed be landing in the item shop this week. We were initially anticipating this one to drop last week. It got delayed, and now we know that we didn't really have to wait all that much longer because he will be part of the shop refresh this Thursday on March 27th. Technically, depending on your time zone, it might be March 28th. But good news, he will be landing in the shop just this Thursday. And once again, the bundle for him is confirmed to consist of course, the nameplate, the spray, the really cool MVP, and the skin itself. So you'll be able to go ahead and add those to your collection, and you'll be able to go ahead and pay 1,600 units for the bundle as a whole, or if you want just the skin, you could go ahead and purchase that separately for 1,400 units as well. But more excitingly so, we have the MCU-inspired Moon Knight. Now, of course, we already have the MCU-inspired Mr. Knight in the game already, but we're getting another MCU-based Moon Knight skin dropping this Thursday as well. And I gotta be honest, this one looks sick. It is titled Fist of Vengeance. We currently don't have actual teaser trailer yet. I'm guessing that'll come out tomorrow. Usually they tease those out once a day. So most likely tomorrow is when we will actually get a teaser trailer for the Moon Knight Fist of Vengeance. But it looks absolutely sick. A beautiful design. I am sure people are going to be very, very, very excited to add this one to their collections, especially if you're a Moon Knight fan. Now, before we get to talking about the actual patch notes, which there's a lot to discuss there, I just had to share this video. This is insane. There's a user by the name of Akirotan, I hope I'm saying that correctly, who figured out how to run, yes, you're seeing it correctly right now, Marvel Rivals on a 3DS. Insanity. He's using a streaming software in order to be able to pull this off. That is absolutely bananas. I cannot believe that there's a chance that you're going to be playing against someone in today's day and age that is actually playing on a 3DS and putting the whooping to you. But next, let's talk about the April Fool's patch, or at least that's what I've decided to title it. This is the patch that is going to be going live on March 27th, so in tandem with the shop refreshing with the new cosmetics, we'll be also receiving this patch. Keep in mind, the cool thing about this patch is that there is, once again, not going to be any sort of server downtime. This is just going to be a patch that will be applied seamlessly, which I love. I think that is a very, very, very cool part of a lot of the patches the Marvel Rivals continues to deliver. But why am I titling this one the April Fool's patch? Well, because the first thing that it will include is a brand new Easter egg and a funny inclusion for Galacta's Cosmic Adventure. Now, let's run through a couple of details here. First and foremost, yes, it is going to be the twerking Venom. That is going to be the limited time claim item that you'll be able to receive. How ridiculous that is for you to judge, but this Easter egg is going to be running from April Fool's Day up until April 4th. Now, there is a caveat about how to unlock this particular item. You do need to complete the entirety of Galacta's Cosmic Adventure before you get this hidden item. So keep in mind that you probably want to get busy with completing Galacta's Cosmic Adventure so that in time for April Fool's Day, you'll be able to earn and unlock this hidden claim, which will probably be a pretty ridiculous amount for Venom. But that is not all. We also have some other fixes, general and specific to certain heroes, so let's run through those. A general fix that will be getting implemented with this upcoming patch is to resolve an issue in custom matchmaking where essentially if a player disconnected, they would still appear over on the like page at the end, like, you know, when you give the thumbs up. So again, that seems like a very minute detail, but it's something that will be getting patched. They are once again continuing to fix several terrain issues that could cause characters in certain situations to be stuck or clip into strange areas. That is 100% something that I continue to run into. So I am glad that they continue to patch this, and I hope that there will be a time where this is just going to be something that does not happen anymore. But it is incredibly frustrating, so I'm glad that they continue to address it. They're also implementing a fix to a problem that would happen over on the Hydra Charteris base camp map, where essentially if you place one of your BRB beacons, the relay beacon that Rocket can spawn in an area of the map that then gets morphed, because, you know, it's the map that moves, like the terrain moves around on it. So essentially when the terrain would move, your teammates would still spawn there outside of the actual play area. So obviously that is something that needs to be fixed, and gladly so with this update, it will be getting fixed. Now, this is a fix that I am very happy to hear about because it has been a continuous pain on the console side of things, where essentially oftentimes when you would open up your chat log or chat window within a game, it scrolls you all the way up to the very beginning of the chat window. Well, with this patch, it is fixed. It is no longer going to do that scrolling thing where you have to then scroll all the way down in order to be able to actually post a message. So massive fix there for all of us console players. So next, let's get specific and talk about the hero changes that are going to be implemented with this upcoming patch. We'll kick things off with Wolverine, where there was apparently a lot of like abnormal behavior, or I guess the character literally would kind of break in terms of how they would function when the Hulk would get hit by the Pharaoh Leap by Wolverine, and if he was getting knocked into any sort of terrain. Well, with this patch, that is going to be addressed and fixed. I don't even know how they spot these sort of problems, but apparently there was an issue where there was a glitch for the practice range specifically when it comes to Iron Fist, where he was able to climb way more than he is supposed to. So that has now been addressed. Iron Man is getting a patch because over on the Sanctum Sanctorum, if Iron Man uses his hypervelocity, which is like, you know, the super fast flying mode, as he's using a teleporter, it would cause malfunctions in terms of the coloring of the character and just visual bugs. So that will be fixed with this patch. Now, this is a pretty funny glitch that exists in the game as of right now, but this patch will fix. As of right now, if you're playing the Doom match mode and you play as Loki, while you transform into a Doctor Strange, you can actually use your pentagram of Farala teleporter. So that's the one that creates portals, which is obviously something that you're not supposed to be able to do. You're supposed to be able to only use your ultimate. Well, with this patch, that will be fixed. All of you Magneto players will be happy to know that if you've run into the issue where at the end of a round, his MVP animation would be messed up and completely misdisplay what it is supposed to show, you're not. That will be getting fixed with this patch as well. Now, this next one is interesting because we've already seen them do a fix for Wolverine when it comes to issues with his abilities being delivered while there is any sort of high network latency. It seems like it is a continued problem, but they're trying to pinpoint and fix it. So I guess with this one, they are once again trying to fix it so that when you deliver your ultimate to an enemy, if there's any sort of high network latency, they will still end up in the direction that you were aiming in instead of an opposite direction. So I guess that'll be good, but we'll see if it actually works this time, because this is not the first time that they've tried to fix this problem. And last but certainly not least, this one is absolutely insane, although apparently it is quite a rare bug. But what would happen is that the main fire for Human Torch would not actually hit the target, which is absolutely bonkers. So I guess there was like a lack of hit detection. This is definitely something that they need to address ASAP, and it seems like they will be doing so with this new patch. And I guess on the bright side, it is quite a rare bug, but I can't imagine if that was happening to you, how frustrating it would be. So that's the patch. That is absolutely fantastic, but we are not done yet, because over on Hot Topic, there was a really funny I guess, kind of leak slash confirmation. We obviously know that Ultron is a character that is being worked on for Marvel Rivals. We know that he's going to be a strategist, and we actually thought that he would be debuting as part of season number 1 for Marvel Rivals. He has since been delayed into possibly season 2 or beyond, and people have been wondering when he will arrive. Well, funny enough, Hot Topic actually has official merchandise available for sale featuring the Marvel Rivals official logo and the Marvel Rivals design for Ultron, even though he has never been officially revealed by the Marvel Rivals team. I think that's pretty hilarious. This is almost kind of like a soft confirmation that he was indeed supposed to already be in the game. If they had these plans to launch the shirt already and make it available for sale, they obviously assumed that by now we would actually have the character playable. So I think that this is almost like a soft confirmation of the fact that in season 2, the two characters that we can expect to see is Blade and Ultron. I think those will be the two that we get. I also really find it interesting that on the shirt design itself, if you look in the bottom left corner, interestingly enough, that is the Penny Parker logo that is featured, not the Ultron logo, which is kind of cool because does that imply that maybe within the Marvel Rivals universe, Penny Parker is the one that engineers and creates Ultron instead of the typical formula where it's Ant-Man that actually creates Ultron, or Iron Man, Ant-Man, Reed Richards, a combination of the characters. And then I had to take a moment and give a quick tip of the cap to the uber talented Marvel Rivals fan community, because there's this user by the name of Red Unit Inc. who put together an incredibly cool looking concept art image of Doc Ock. That is like my most wanted character to appear in this game as a tank. I think this design looks absolutely freaking sick. He absolutely crushed it with this one. And in addition to that, another character that this same person actually did a fan concept of is Silver Surfer. And I have to say, I didn't even think about it, but Silver Surfer would be a really cool strategist character to be included in Marvel Rivals. So there you have it, guys. That is another epic Marvel Rivals update video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys are looking forward to the ridiculousness of the twerking Venom skin, or sorry, not skin, twerking Venom emote coming on April Fool's Day. I feel like that's a fun prank for them to go ahead and drop in Marvel Rivals. Once again, do make sure that you do complete the rest of the tasks so that you don't miss out on this goofy new item. In addition to that, of course, guys, like I mentioned at the very top, don't forget to leave a like. In addition to all of that, I, of course, do hope that you all have an absolutely fantastic rest of your day. Peace out. I'll see y'all later, alligators. Bye-bye, everybody.